Hi Aries, it's Christina here from In the Know Tarot, here to do your November 1st through 15th reading. Now keep in mind that these are just general messages, so they may not resonate with you each and every time. Only take what applies and discard the rest. This reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm using 4 different decks for your reading today. I've got just one card from Find Your Happy by Shannon Kaiser. Mostly I'm using Crow Tarot. I've also pulled some cards from Everyday Witch Tarot, and I will be using the Rider-Waite just for clarification. Now I do want to mention I'm doing some readings. I will be doing them when I reach, so for every 100 subscribers I will have a drawing, and up to 500 subscribers, and then every time I reach 100 subscribers I'll actually do this drawing and be giving away a free personal reading each time. Now I'll record your reading if you win and email it to you. All you have to do to be entered in this drawing is just, of course, subscribe to my channel and then comment on at least one of the readings. It doesn't matter which one. You can comment on this one if you want to, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm just taking a look here. Your very first card, and I'm doing past, present, and future, and then I've got a few cards pulled down here to the right for the outcome of the situation. Now, we've got the Queen of Wands, and that's reversed here in the past. That could, we've got the King of Wands right beside it. So we've got both the Queen and the King here. I'm getting that these are 2 different people, okay? So this could represent you because you're a fire sign, and possibly another fire sign or someone very similar to you. It doesn't have to be a fire sign, so could very well be an Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo just like you. But this is someone who they have a lot of things in common with you. They're similar in that sense, but there is at least one like really big difference between you, okay? So this person should stand out. It should be someone that they act like a fire sign, okay? Regardless if they are a fire sign, they act like a fire sign, so they act like you. But there's something different about them that's very different from you. This is possibly like a past love. I'm getting love relationship. Now, I'm not sure if you're still with this person yet, but I'm thinking no here in the past. I think because we've got the 3 of Swords here. So there was definitely some kind of like heartbreak, betrayal. Now, you could still be with this person. Some of you could, some of you are not. This, like I said, this person has a lot of things in common with you. They literally, you could have kids in common. You could have kids together with this person. And also they act like you. Regardless if they're a fire sign or not, they act like you. But as in something that stands out that's really different about them might be their height, for example. Like one of you may be really tall and the other one may be really short. So I'm getting like this person, like if you went out somewhere, for some of you, and you went to a restaurant, people might comment on the fact that, wow, she's really, you know, shorter than you, or vice versa. I'm getting like someone is just like different, like really different. It's a very noticeable. It's like somebody would point out this difference. Could be an age difference, okay? So one of you could be really older than the other. It's something that I feel like someone would notice right away, though. It's pretty obvious. Like it might take somebody a while to meet someone and figure out, their personality or how they behave, like their traits and everything. But it would be really just a striking difference is what I'm getting between you, like the age or the height or, you know, just something different. Like one of you might be a different, you know, a different race than the other. Something like that. What else? Just really, really different, like really different. Something though physical I'm getting for some of you. Physical here. But then again, one of you may be like okay, so another thing I'm getting here, it doesn't have to be necessarily that, like, somebody could be like a pet person, like a cat person, and the other person could be allergic to cats or something like that. It's like extreme. It's like, or not a cat person or not a pet person or something like that. You see how the cat is kind of just like, kind of like clinging to the girl there, but the other cat in the background keeps its distance. So for some of you, it could be something like that. It's going to be different for all of you. But there is something you should know who I'm talking about by now, if this is hitting. Now, the Three of Swords here, there was definitely some kind of heartbreak or disappointment. What I'm getting here with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands beside each other is that you are both equally dissatisfied with each other here in the past. You are equally. It's equal. Like, you might have both hurt each other equally. You might have, like, let's say one person did something to get back at the other person kind of thing, and that went on and on and on, and hurt each other that way. This is like equally being dissatisfied, equally being displeased by each other. At one point, though, it was a love relationship. With the Six of Cups there, it was definitely something very special. Something very unique. Now, I'm just going to get a clarifier for the Queen of Wands here. Okay, and we have the Four of Cups, and that's reversed. And then I'm going to get one for the King of Wands, reversed. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Three of Swords, so I'm going to get a clarifier with that. We've got the Queen of Wands reversed. And for the Six of Cups. Just get one for the Six of Cups. And I've already shuffled these cards before we started. Okay. So we've got the Knight of Wands. Definitely could be an age gap for a lot of you. Because I've got a knight here. Knights are young. Could be definitely a fire sign that you're dealing with here. It was very passionate, and that's the thing. It went from passionate to both of you like losing passion. So this is like both of you not taking action, both of you losing the passion, both of you not really wanting this anymore. At one point, though, it was very passionate, and it was like you had strong feelings for each other. It was at one point you really saw this like going like the long haul. You know, this was like something that you probably didn't expect, this Three of Swords here. You expected this to be possibly the one. You saw this as the one. You saw this as the person that, you know, had everything that you wanted kind of thing. This person, you just saw this situation going a different way. And when it didn't work out quite as you expected, that's when we have this Three of Swords moment. And I feel like I think that, you know, you're upset about this, or in the past year you were upset about this, but they're equally, like, I'm getting like, you're not the only one disappointed that this didn't work out. They're disappointed. They had the same hopes and dreams as you did, and they're equally disappointed that this didn't work out. It might have been like the differences between you were just too much, okay? Something like that. The differences were too great. There's some reason, though, because they're equally disappointed. You're equally disappointed. You're both disappointed that it didn't work. I'm wondering if you're both aware that each other are disappointed that it didn't work. Okay, so let me just take a second and look here, because I'm getting that they're just as equally disappointed that the situation didn't work. They're as equally heartbroken as you are. And they were as equally, in the past at least, they were as equally passionate as you were. So I'm going to get one card for the Four of Cups here. I think in the past here, these two people still have feelings for each other. So I'm just going to get one card for the Four of Cups reversed. There's still feelings. Their feelings are just, these people might not be aware. Kind of like what I'm getting right now is there's this song. So I think Reba McEntire sings it every other weekend, I think. Every other weekend. So there's a video, and I'll try to post the song and the video in the description box. I'll find it, put it there, so you can check it out. But basically, if you've never heard the song or you've never seen this video, it's about a couple who splits up, okay? And they split up, and they're meeting every other weekend to, like, trade off with the kids, okay? She has to, like, take the kids, because they have kids together. She has to take the kids to him, and, like, say on Friday, they like, are meeting in a parking lot or somewhere, and she takes the kids to the drop spot, okay? And then he picks the kids up, and they exchange, like, you know, a few words, and off they go. And then on Sunday, when they have to meet again for the other exchange, that's when they see. But see, what they don't realize is that in that video, what each other doesn't realize is that she still has feelings for him. He still has feelings for her, but it is concealed. It's like nobody's saying that. Nobody knows that they still have feelings. So, like, he thinks that she doesn't feel that way for him anymore, and that, you know, she's moved on, and that's exactly what she thinks with him. So nobody says anything. So that's what I'm getting. So I'm getting that there are still feelings here. There are still feelings, or at least were in the past. Now let me just get one card for the Four of Cups. And like I said, this is Four Cups reversed. And like I said, I'm going to post that in the description box so you can check it out. Four of Cups reversed. Okay. So we've got the Magician. And that's reversed. Okay. So if both of you, I'm getting a feeling that these energies are the same. Okay. So I think that one of you definitely still has feelings, or at least in the past here. Possibly both. I'm getting both because I feel like the energies are matched, okay? And everything else, the energies are matched. So I'm thinking that the energies are matched here too, because in every other situation, like, they were equally hurt okay? These two, Queen and King here. They were equally disappointed that this didn't work out. They were equally passionately in love at one point. I think they're equally still like crushing on each other, even though they're not like showing that. I think so. So that was in the past, and I don't know how long ago that was in the past, and I don't know if those feelings are still there, but that was in the past when, let's, okay, so in the present moment, we've got the Devil, and that could represent a Capricorn in the mix. Doesn't have to. But with this card, this bird down here is trying to free itself. Okay, it's trying to fly. It's not going anywhere. It's not getting anywhere. It's trying to free itself. We've also got the Page of Swords. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. You don't have to be. I'm picking up some energy, though, with that Page of Swords in reverse and then the 9 of Swords in reverse that we have here. I'm getting with those two cards the energy of someone trying to emotionally, like, detach from the situation, okay? They don't want to address their, like, if they still have feelings. If they still have feelings for you, or if you still have feelings for them, this is like stuffing those feelings down. This is like not wanting to look at them. They still feel some kind of way, and it could also be the pain is still here in the present. And this person doesn't want to deal with that. So this person is kind of like emotionally shutting down. They want to get away from it. They're bound though. So they're bound to these feelings, like they're bound to they're bound to either the feelings, for example, of wanting to still be with the other person, like that doesn't just go away just because the situation ended. They're bound to that, or they're bound to the hurt that they're still feeling. They feel like they're bound to that because that doesn't just go away. You have to heal from that. And instead of addressing those feelings, instead of looking at those feelings, instead of talking to the other person about those feelings, instead of doing that, they are pretty much emotionally like shutting down, and they are trying to conceal those feelings. They are trying to stuff them down. They're trying not to look at them. They want to detach from that. They want to detach from the situation. Possibly to like, they think that, okay, well, this person, regardless, that other person might have feelings. So the other person might have feelings, but this person's like, well, this person is over me and they don't have feelings, so I'm just not gonna, I'm gonna avoid them at all costs. I'm going to shut that out. Anytime that I start thinking of that way, I'm just gonna shut it out. I'm gonna emotionally detach from the situation. I'm gonna act like I don't still have feelings, even though I clearly do have feelings. Someone's kind of acting like that, okay? Someone's kind of acting like that. There's the Emperor here, and that could represent you because you're an Aries. And it doesn't have to. Some of you could be dealing with another Aries, but someone here is observing this behavior. Someone here, like, this person knows you very well, or you know this other person too well to not know what's going on. It's like they're trying to conceal, okay, that something's bothering them. This other person here, you or whoever we're talking about, the other person who's not the one trying to conceal necessarily, looks at this person and says, okay, I know this person. There's something going on. This person is kind of acting out of the ordinary. maybe keeping it short with me, maybe avoiding me, maybe they're just, their whole personality or behavior is different than, you know, something's going on here with this person. Somebody is like taking notes, okay? Somebody is like, they're very observant. They're paying attention. Even the dog here is pretending. The dog is pretending to be asleep. The dog is not asleep, okay? These people, this person right here is aware, and they see what's going on. So they might understand what's going on here. It's like they know you really good, this person. This person knows you really good. So you could have had like a long relationship with whoever this person is. So we have the Devil. I'm just going to get one card for that. It's like this person knows better. Okay, this person knows better. Like you're not fooling anyone. You're not fooling them, or they're not fooling you. This person knows better. They know when you say nothing's wrong, that, or vice versa, that something's wrong. They can tell. They just might not know, like, exactly what the problem is, but they can tell something's up. Okay, so, and there's only a certain amount of time when somebody pays attention like that, you know, and starts to notice things. They're going to notice more things and more things and more things. And like I said, they're taking notes here, whoever this is, you or them. So it's like they're going to have all these notes, for example, and then they're going to start putting the pieces together. And then once they have so many notes and they start putting the pieces together, they're going to be able to see more of the picture here. So they're going to figure it out, is what I'm trying to say. So we've got the Devil, and that's upright. I just want one card for the Devil. Someone is like very observant. Just one card for the Devil. Okay, we've got the King of Wands. That could represent you. You could be trying to get away from the situation, like not deal with it. Okay, I'm going to get one card for the Emperor here. Okay, we've got the Ten of Swords. Okay, I'm also getting like someone's keeping score. So I'm also getting the feeling like someone thinks someone is out to get them, or out to hurt them, or out to get them back. They don't like the behavior of this other person. It's confusing them. The behavior is worrying them. Okay, it's really like this person right here, and it could be you. It doesn't have to be. You can flop it. You could be the one who, I'm getting this feeling, and it could be different for everyone, but I'm getting this feeling that someone has like betrayed you, and you are, it's kind of like somebody's betrayed you, and that person is worried that you're going to try to do something to them. Or for some of you, someone's betrayed you, or vice versa, and you are like worried what else they could do, you know, like what's next, like what else they could do. It's like someone's taking score, though, is what I'm getting. Someone's taking score. Also, it's just strange behavior. It's like if someone did something to someone, like the Ten of Swords here, and they're acting like it doesn't bother them, the other person's like, shouldn't this bother this person? Like this person would, like, normal behavior. Okay, let's just say, whatever normal behavior is, but let's just say for like, generally speaking, if someone comes up and they stick all those swords in your back, right? You might show some sort of emotion, like anger normally, or you know, sadness, or whatever. You know, there's going to be some sort of emotion normally. And like I said, this person right here is they have the emotion. I think they're concealing the emotion, or they're trying to emotionally detach from it, like not feel it. So it's like, that might be alarming to someone, because someone here has done, you know, a Ten of Swords moment has happened. Someone betrayed someone. Someone stuck those swords in their back. And now they're like, okay, this is an odd reaction. They're observing the person that had the swords stuck in their back, and they're seeing that instead of reacting like with emotion, they're kind of emotionally shutting down. And then that's kind of like, so they're like, okay, so what does that mean? So they're over here trying to analyze. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to put the pieces together. They're trying to figure out, like, what that means. Does that mean this person never cared about me? If they didn't get upset about this, does this mean they're going to try to do something, you know, to get back at me? I mean, it's just different things going through that person's head. So someone seems really worried, though. They seem very worried. I'm going to get one for the Page of Swords reversed. And it could just be, too, that this person is just acting just out of the ordinary. Like, for them, like I said, they're just acting different. Okay, they're acting different. So, one card for the Page of Swords here. It's kind of like when you have, let's say you get really bad news, and that news should have made you cry, and you laugh. You know how people deal with their emotions in a strange, bizarre way? That's kind of what it is. This person's looking at this person, and I'm like, that is like completely, like, for example, I just gave them really bad news, and why are they over here laughing? That's strange, you know? Like, that kind of thing is what I'm getting. So some of you could be getting, like, bad news, and the way you're reacting to that, or they could be getting bad news. You could be giving bad news, and it's like, it's just the reaction is off, you know? It's like, that's how that person is kind of coping. That's how that person is kind of dealing. They might be, like, checking out from reality or something. That might be just a little bit too much of information to have to deal with at the moment. And they're kind of checking out from reality is what I'm getting. Okay. So, for the Page of Swords, I got the Page of Pentacles reversed. So, that could definitely be that someone doesn't want to look at the situation. They're not trying to could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it, whatever this is. So let's look into the future. So we've got the Page of Wands, and we'll see if we can get some more clarification. The Page of Wands, we've got possibly fire. That could represent you, like I said, because you are a fire sign. We've got the Two of Wands here. Followed by Justice. And then we have the Three of Wands. Okay, so what I'm picking up on here is that someone's kind of taking the matter in their own hands. Someone's kind of, but in a very good way. So in a very empowering kind of way. Someone is taking the matter in their own hands in like a empowering kind of way. Like I can fix it, or I can overcome this, you know, bad news or whatever happened. I can, you know, it's a very, I can make things right with the whole balancing of the scales. But this is not just like, it isn't just fixing itself. This person is very empowered here, okay? This person is the one balancing out the situation. They're very empowered. Could be a Libra that you're dealing with. It doesn't have to be. There's someone who's very empowered here, who feels like they can fix it. They're taking the situation into their hands. They've made a decision to... I'm going to get one card for the Page of Wands here. Okay, so one card for the Page of Wands. We've got the Judgment card, and that is reversed. I'm going to get one more card for that. I'm feeling like... Okay, one more card for the Judgment. I don't want to say it yet, but... One more card for the Judgment reversed, just to clarify the Judgment card reversed. Alright, I've got two actually, and I've got the Emperor reversed, and I've got the Two of Wands. So, let me just take a look at that for a second. I'm getting that someone can't see the whole picture, and because of that, their judgment is off, okay? They're not necessarily making the best decision because there's still something way out in the distance that they don't see coming. They only see a little bit. See how the world is small there? They only see a little bit of the picture. They don't see the whole thing. They can't see but so far. Like, for example, we only have like, let's say you have, you know, 20/20, but that's at 20 feet away. After that, it gets harder and harder to see. So there's something coming here in the future that you're not going to be able to see at some point. So you're making decisions now based on things that you have no idea. You know, you don't really know what's going to be coming down the road. So someone here is making some decisions that are probably not in the best judgment, not in the best, they're not the best decisions here. And they're taking matters into their own hands. And there's going to be probably some kind of consequence for those actions. So there's actions that are being taken, but it's because you don't have enough of the picture. You don't have enough of the picture. Now I'm going to get one card here for the Two of Wands. It's like this, okay? It's like this. Let me give you an example. So, say there is something that you want to build, okay? Say you want to build a boat, for example. Say you have no transportation whatsoever. You're without transportation. You need transportation. The only transportation you have is Pat and Charlie. So you can build anything you want to, okay? You could build a plane. You could build a boat. You could build a car. You could build a horse and carriage. You could build whatever, okay? Go-kart, whatever you wanted to build. You get to build one thing, okay? But once you start working on that one thing, you kind of commit to that, okay? You commit to it. You're committing to building it. It's like let's say you chose a boat. Okay, you put your money down, you went to the store and you bought all the parts that you needed for this boat and you started building this boat. You committed. Okay, now you're putting it together. You can't get your money back like, you know, like that. You can't just go back to the store now and take the whole thing apart and get your money back. You can't do it. You've already invested now. Okay? So you made that decision. You picked boat or the other person did. They had to figure out a way to get across, you know, they needed to possibly get across the river. And they thought this was the best option to do so because they need to get to the other side. So they started working on a boat. Well, boats take a while to build, okay? They take a while to build. And you don't know what's coming down later in the future. And here comes like the driest summer. And there's a drought. And there's no rain. And that river, by the time you get the boat built now, okay, the river has practically dried all the way up. So the boat is useless now. So it's kind of like one of those kind of things. I don't know for, you know, your specific situation, but it's kind of like if this is hitting for you, if this makes sense, then you're going to realize that you're going to know what this message is. But it's like that. It's like in the future, you're going to make a decision. That's not like, it's not the end of the world, you know. I mean, you still have Pat and Charlie. You still have your feet. You can still, that river is drying up. It might take you a little bit longer to get across, but you can walk across it. I mean, you still have other options. I'm not saying that. But it seems like someone here is making a decision, but, you know, they're not making the best decision because if they would have known, for example, that it was going to be really dry summer, no rain, that river would dry up, they would have went with like airplane or something, you know, they wouldn't have went with the boat, but they went with the boat. And it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We have to, you know, make choices. We learn from those things and we improvise. And now you're going to just walk across the river. That's fine. You live and you learn, but that's what I'm seeing here. It's like either way, the situation's going to balance itself out. Either way, it doesn't really matter because you're still going to get to the other side. It just may take you a little bit longer than planned. You're still going to get there. I think the important thing is that you committed. You did. That to me is better. Like you don't, like you didn't give up. You didn't give up, and that's really good here. So you might be learning a lesson based on a bad decision that you made. So, but you still get to learn the lesson. You still get knowledge. You still get wisdom. The situation still balances itself out, and you learn something. And it may be, like I said, it may make the situation a little bit harder, take a little bit longer to accomplish this, but you've committed, and I think that's really great here. You made the decision to commit to that situation. So I don't really see that as a bad situation here. Now, I'm just going to see, because I get some extra cards so that I can have more clarification for the outcome of the situation down here to the right. And I'm just going to see if that's going to give me anything different than what I'm already picking up. So we've got the Chariot. Some of you could be dealing with a Cancer in specific. You don't have to be. We've got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. We've got the Eight of Wands reversed and the Five of Wands. I can just tell you right now that, you know, I mean, you made the decision. You made the decision, like I said, you picked the boat. You made the decision. You took the situation into your hands. You did that. Did the situation pay off? No. And yes. Okay? No and yes. Financially, Financially, you spent some money on a boat that you won't be able to use for a while, okay? But that river is going to fill back up, so you can use that boat later. You, yes, are out of some time. You wasted some time. You wasted some money, maybe. You wasted things like that, but what you gained instead, okay? You lost and you gained. So what you gained instead was very valuable. It's something that now you've gained that knowledge, that skill, that strength. You've gained that. So what you gained was equally as valuable as what you lost. Now, if not more. The 8 of Wands I'm getting with the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands is like, okay, there's a mess, but I am committed to fixing this situation. I am committed to trying. This is effort. This is someone making effort. This is someone trying. This is someone taking it in their hands, like I said. This is someone doing whatever it takes to make the situation right or to attempt to fix it, which is great. That's all you can really do. You don't have control past that, okay? You don't have the control of everything, and that's okay. We're not supposed to have the control of everything. The important thing is that you tried. The important thing is that you put in that effort, that you took the situation in your hands, that is something that you did. We've got the 8 of Wands reversed, and like I said, it's not the end of the world. You'll be able to use that boat later. This is not, I'm not sure what area we're talking about here, but it seems like there was an equal, okay? There was an equal amount of loss in the situation, like possibly your time, your energy, your pentacles, your money, for example. And it wasn't necessarily, all of those things weren't necessarily a loss, because like I said, you could use this boat or whatever later. You're definitely going to use that skill maybe later. You're going to use that, just there are good things about the situation. Like there is a lot that you gained from that situation. And I just think that you need to look at what you gained as well as what you lost, because if you're only focusing on what you lost and you're not seeing all that you gained, I mean, this is very empowering. I'm not sure what this is, but this is inspiring. This is something big that you accomplished. This is something that, you shouldn't play down. You shouldn't try to play it down like, oh, it was nothing. Someone might congratulate you or say, great job on that hard work, or whatever. That was really great that you did that. And you might take like the modest approach and be like, try to conceal, try to like play it down and say, oh no, it was nothing. No, it was something. Okay, it was something. It was something pretty amazing. It was like you took something and you made something from nothing. And there's a song, so I'm going to put it in the description box, but it was a big deal. And even if it didn't work out exactly the way you wanted it to, it was still a big deal. And it's something that you should be proud of, because you can take that with you now. So, okay. I'm going to read one card. I mean, like, you're going to be able to take that skill and what you learn and what you gain from that situation and that experience, and you're going to be able to go and you're going to be able to create things. You're going to be able to make things from nothing. You're going to be able, you're unstoppable. Like you can do anything. Like there's nothing, you feel very empowered. I feel very empowered, or whoever that is feels very empowered. It's a very empowering moment here in the future coming. So just if there's confusion between, empowering, feeling empowered versus feeling disappointed. I mean, like I said, there's a little bit of equal of both of those things, but I would say that at the end of the day, this is just way more empowering than a disappointing experience. I guess it's just all how you look at it. So we've got card number 43, which is I Deserve Better. And I'm just going to read a short passage. The things we do for ourselves are sometimes really done for the benefit of those around us. When we work toward making others happy by changing part of ourselves, we end up subconsciously making ourselves unhappy. This card is a representation that you are sacrificing your true self in an area of your life. Look closely and stop overshadowing the truth with habits and fears. You deserve better. Look carefully at all of your relationships and see who you are pretending to be in order to make others happy. This can be in your relationship with yourself as well. Stop the negative self-talk and transform it with compassion. It is time to respect yourself and believe in your worth. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will be back to do another reading soon. Don't forget to check the description box. I will put stuff for you to check out, like videos or songs that come through there. See you next time.